Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Right Time. My name is Bomani Jones. Thanks for checking us out here. This is a YouTube exclusive. We are here at the American Cornhole League setup at the Super Bowl Experience. Got my man right here, Baton Rouge's own Van Lathan, who
What's up?
is wearing a shirt with a quotation. And I was like, wow, it says we ain't in it. And I was like, dag, where did that come from? And then I looked down far enough, and not only is it a Van Lathan quote, with the hyphen that says Van Lathan before it is a hat resembling the hat that he has on his own head.
So this is the thing. I thought about this when I was leaving this morning. There's this company, great company, the Blackest CO, which makes these shirts. And they sent me some stuff. And I was looking through the shirts. They made this shirt with my quote and then my thing on it, right?
Okay. So you did not make it yourself.
Oh, no, I did not make it myself at all. I did not make it myself.
Okay.
They did. And so I'm always wearing the stuff. They have the Slavery is White History shirt. They have the Black Panther stuff. And I was thinking, if there was ever a time for me to self-promote a little bit, it's at Super Bowl Radio Row.
I think that's fair. I feel much better knowing that you didn't press it up yourself.
I did make that.
And I think you understand and would agree with me that if you had pressed it up yourself, that would have been a bridge too far.
No.
That's looking in your belly button way, way too hard.
They made the shirt, and it was like a good surprise because they sent me a bunch of stuff, and I didn't even ask for it. They sent me a bunch of stuff, and then I saw the shirt in there, and they made it, and it was at the bottom.
You got Thursday at the Super Bowl voice. Just
absolutely.
Let me tell you what's so wild about it. I was at the Kelsey Brothers party on Wednesday night, and I was talking to Rich Eisen, and he said he was getting out, and he was like, yeah, I'm not ruining my voice for this. And I was like, yo, I had completely forgotten about it, and I started feeling it as the night was going on, like, oh, this is about to happen, and I've got a podcast to do tomorrow. Rut row, Shaggy.
I can talk, like, if I really concentrate, I can get through it, but so many people, forget the interviews you have to do. You've done this before. This is my first time here.
Okay.
Everybody is grabbing you and saying, hey, I respect you so much. Can you come talk? Before you know it, you have literally talked for 4 or 5 hours straight.
Right. You are. And you and I walked through there. You got the different shows that want to get you, but we get a lot of people with the similar motivation that makes it impossible for you to say no.
Can't say no.
It's the young brothers who appreciate what you do.
Can't say no.
I've seen you. I appreciate what you do for us. It got that whole long spiel, and then I'm over there at table 123.
Yeah.
If you get a little time to come through for about 5 minutes, it ain't never 5. But if you need me to come through, if you come through for about 5 minutes,
it's an interesting thing. You never wanted to. You don't know when you're gonna meet somebody else. You don't want the one time you met someone to be the time that you have disappointed them.
Right.
So you make the time, but then the next morning you got to contend with it. Do you have you have been doing it? Do you drink like a herbal tea? What do you do? No.
I'm like how Randy Moss didn't stretch. I'm just a prodigy in that regard. I can make this thing go. Like, this is certainly an amazing and highly annoying characteristic of dating me. My ability to just continue to talk with no words for the wear. Maybe not even making a point. I know this is it. Now I want to ask you this. I said you're from Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Something I find interesting, and we just got to think about New Orleans in general. What I find different about here or this zone or Baton Rouge in particular. Normally when there is a city that is close to the larger, more well-known city, there's a bit of an animosity in the smaller city. Like when LeBron would talk about how in Akron, they didn't rock with Cleveland at all, right? I don't find that to be the case here.
There's a little bit of it, but not really. And it's because the cities, to me, they're it goes in and there's a little bit of it, but New Orleans South Louisiana culture is very homogenous. It's like you all eat the same things, you all do the same things, you do the same stuff, and it encapsulates like a whole state. Southern California, where I live now, LA and San Diego have two completely different feels.
Correct.
Two totally different feels. And no one from LA shares anything culturally with San Diego. You can't really say that about Baton Rouge and New Orleans. There are a lot of things that we share. Now, there's also a lot of families that are just there. Like I have cousins and all of those people in New Orleans and stuff like that. So there's a lot that bonds us two cities together. We do like to have our very own distinct identity in Baton Rouge.
Right.
But we come to New Orleans all the time. Like we go there to celebrate. We go there for Mardi Gras. Go there for Saints games. Whole thing.
Well, that is the big thing. There are things you just can't do in Baton Rouge that New Orleans can offer you.
It's so funny. So I came back to BR. I come down here to see my mama. Come down to Baton Rouge to see my mom and them every now and again. Like 3-4 times a year, and I wanted to get my mom something for Tiffany for her birthday. And I realized something. You can't get that there. You can't, if you want to get something, a lot of the ways that we dress and move and act from Baton Rouge, it's like if you wanted to get a Louis bag in Baton Rouge, you couldn't buy it.
I mean, you can get a bag of Louis.
Right. And so, like, when I'm looking around, I'm like, yo, is there like a Tiffany dealer or anything like that? And I go to the jewelry store and they're like, no, you got to go to New Orleans for that. So that type of stuff is different. New Orleans is a bigger metropolis with more different types of people coming through.
Yeah. New Orleans is interesting to me, too, because obviously it's very tourist-centered, and the local folks are happy to see you because if we stop coming, they got problems. Like, there's a self-awareness about that fact, especially post-Katrina.
Post-Katrina, I want people to look at how New Orleans responded to even the tragedy that they just had. So there's a tragedy. Of course, people know there was a brutal terrorist attack that took place right before one of the college football games had to play. I think it was the quarterfinal. Semifinal. Now, if you look at that, after that happened, immediately the governor of the state came down here, went out in New Orleans to show people it was safe. The police chief said, hey, make sure that you have fun in New Orleans. And the mayor also went out to dinner, I think, with the governor to make sure people knew that New Orleans was cool to come to. It is their industry. They are happy to be around and show the hospitality because it's the lifeblood of the city.
Right.
And they're good at it.
Right. Let me tell you this, though, boy. It's so much 5-0 and the goddamn 82nd Airborne. They out here.
They got the Taylor Sheridan motherfuckers out here. They got M16.
Yeah, like I say, the only soldiers that ain't out here is P and Silk and them. All the other soldiers is out here on Bourbon Street, dog.
Normally, this is a great weekend for the Wolves of the city, the local Wolves. I'm reaching out to my brothers. You know who you are. The local Wolves of Baton Rouge, of New Orleans, of the East Bank, of the West Bank, all of that. Don't try it.
Stay home.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, man.
Stay home.
Don't try it this weekend.
Stay home.
They're not playing around.
Like you got the bright idea. You just go step outside your hotel. You know what I'm saying? Get you a little some of that ooh-wee. You might want to take it. You might want to take it as far away from the action as possible.
Hey, everybody gonna be in town. This is the time that we hit a lick. We do it. They not playing out here. They didn't build military ramps. Like it's ramps on the. They not playing. It's everywhere.
Everywhere. State police, local police.
The hat scares me so much.
Nothing scares me more than a policeman with a brim hat. I ain't talking about the Officer Krumke shit, right? Like I ain't talking about the Carl Winslow joint.
I know you. But the hat that go in the circle,
yes,
I'm not fucking with you.
Yo, I met one of them yesterday, a white man named Jay Brown. And the reason it actually takes me back to why I had brought it up, because I was like, hey, man, you guys tell me a good place to go get lunch. And they hit me with anything is good around here. Nah, playboy, that's what you tell other people.
Yeah.
You don't say that about yourself. You don't just fall into any spot.
Right.
And that's the fun thing, because New Orleans, the food game is strong, and basically you can't really survive if your food's not good because the food is a calling card.
Yeah.
However, I did feel very much so treated like a tourist, and they was like, just go in anywhere. The place right there. No, pimp, I'm asking. When you need a police officer, see what happens?
Yeah.
No, just talking about ass buddy. He ain't give me nothing. He ain't give me nothing, man. He ain't give me no help.
Bertha's. Try Bertha's.
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 How far is that from like the mix?
It's not too far.
I gotta go through anything.
Nah,
okay.
You good. But you like to be in the cut, right? You like to be in a spot where you going. Bertha's is one of my favorites.
I can't be. So that's the thing. If somebody tells me it's okay to go somewhere, I'm cool with it. The thing with New Orleans is it will be gorgeous right here, and you will make a left. And are you a paper chaser?
Yeah.
You got your block on fire?
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's about to get real. So but don't worry, you make another turn and you straight.
There are a couple of cities in America that I go to where it can happen to you anywhere. A couple of cities. And LA is not one of those places.
No.
Like if you're in Century City, you're good to do whatever you want. If you're in Beverly Hills, you're good. If you're in other places, you're good. Pandemic changed things a little bit, but during the pandemic, shall I say. But there are other places where it's not like that.
Yes.
It can happen to you anywhere.
Yes.
Atlanta can pretty much happen to you anywhere.
Yeah.
Like New Orleans.
Miami's got some places where you might be cool, but yeah, there's still a wide range of.
No, it's just too many. Memphis can happen to you anywhere, right? I'm not telling. These are places I love to go.
Right.
I don't leave the hotel in Memphis, but these are places I like to go. New Orleans is insanely one of those places. Baton Rouge is one of those places. It can happen to you anywhere here.
Yeah. I tell you about the time I went to Baton Rouge. This is like pre-real cell phone and all this stuff. Anyway, I flew to Baton Rouge. I was staying with my uncle. Something happened, and I didn't get to my uncle's spot till like 2 a.m, something like that. I didn't think he was waiting up on me. I thought he was asleep. I didn't want to knock on the door, disturb him. I just pulled up in the driveway, crashed out till daylight. Mm-hmm. Fam, my uncle lived in Scotlandville.
Oh, no.
I was informed to never do that again. It didn't seem like a problem, right? Because the problem is I've been going there my whole life. So it didn't, it felt a little too safe. Yeah. Now, LA, in that regard, it's not that it can happen to you everywhere in LA. The issue is in the daytime in LA, it could be that spot and you don't know it's that spot because it has palm trees and it's nice outside.
Beautiful.
It ain't till night comes around that you get your full understanding of what you stepped into.
But I'll tell you something about LA though. The places that I really like are the places that remind me of home, man. I want to shout out the GS Sports Lounge. Bomani, next time you in LA,
I'm down.
I'm going to take you to the GS, man.
So the thing with me in LA is, remember I went to grad school there.
That's right.
And so the people, well,
where'd you
I went to grad school
in
Claremont, but the people I knew there were from LA. So when I go to LA, and this is the key thing about LA, somebody got to show you where to go. You can't really figure it out. So I got people who take me like to LA spots, and you have to be like, bro, is it okay? Come on, cuz I would, hey, you know where you don't need to be.
See,
that's
the right guy.
And then you're like, oh, okay. But also in them LA spots, that's where I went to one of those, like a breakfast spot. I can't remember where it was. And then you see Queen Latifah come in shades to pick up the takeout order. LA move in a different way.
It's a city to me. I love LA, but it's a city to me, not a great Super Bowl city, in my opinion.
It's like Houston.
Yes, it is. But it's a city to me that gives you a mix of everything that you can want. Like it gives you a mix of the opulence. There is, despite what people say, deeply Black cultural roots in LA. You have that, you have the beach. It's like one place where you can get almost everything.
Yes. Yeah. It just, might catch on fire.
It might.
Right. Everything about LA is you're like, wow, why doesn't everybody live here? Well, let's sit down.
Yeah. I mean, it's well, we'll see how it responds to that, but it might catch on fire. It might move a little bit. Yes. It might shake a little bit, and you might go broke trying to live there.
Yes, but it'll be really pretty, and so will they.
Yeah.
There we go. Van Lathan. Check him out at The Ringer. Higher Learning with Van Lathan and Rachel Lindsay. I realized I did not properly advertise what you were doing before. I apologize. I was too busy trying to shout out Cornholio. That's who I am while I'm here. I'm your boy. It's your boy, Cornholio, making it happen in the Cornholio Center at the Super Bowl experience in New Orleans. I appreciate you, brother.
Always, Bo.
All right. Follow the right time. Subscribe, like, rate us, review us, give us 5 stars. You only give us 4 stars. I'm inclined to believe you are a hater. Take it easy. The NBA is in full swing and the big game is right around the corner, which means you could turn $10 into $1,000 in a single game watching your favorite teams only on Prize Picks. You can make a Prize Picks lineup between the NFL and the NBA in as little as 60 seconds. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and an enormous selection of players and stat types are what make Prize Picks the #1 fantasy sports app. Make sure you go to prizepicks.com/Bomani and use code Bomani for a first deposit match up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/Bomani. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.